Yes! I'm recording, right? I didn't forget to... Okay, yes, I am recording. I did this once off camera for practice. It's pretty amazing that I have only one life left after doing it. Oh. That's definitely the hardest thing in the game. That can go wrong so many ways. If you're too high up, you will... Or too low, you won't be able to jump off the panels. If you try to slide on a wall to correct your height for too long, you'll just fall into the pit anyway. Or you'll fall too low and you'll mess up for that reason. I think you can spare one headbutt to correct your course, but it's really hard. If you're moving towards the wall and your angle's off, and you don't get close enough to the wall, you won't be able to jump off of it. Same thing with the panels. I've fallen so many times just because I was already moving away from the wall a bit too soon. And yeah, that's ridiculous. I think challenges in any game tend to be harder if they're optional or hidden. And this is both, and it's really well hidden. So it stands to reason it would be that hard with that logic. Wear black headband and shirt. Well, of course. I went to all that effort to get it. Oh, the symbol on the shirt changed. That's cool. Oh, and the stripes on the shirt are still visible. They're just a really dark gray. Same thing for the headband. Huh. It's not pitch black. So does this outfit persist if I die? Because I'm definitely not making it back. Although I guess you could try. Shame I only had one life left. Hopefully I don't lose the outfit. Just because I'm continuing here. Okay, good. I still have it. Sweet. I'm free. I forget. I'm pretty sure the timer was visible in the last part, but there it is, if you want to know how much time I spent off camera. After some practice, I did get much more consistent at that. Oh, I forgot to mention another thing about wall jumping. How long you hold the jump button matters. You can control your jump height from a wall jump, so that's another factor that can screw you over, or help you adjust if you master it, I guess. So, time to gather absolutely everything that's left. I have just like I did with the Big Catch tackle box, made a text file with all the stuff I'm missing after looking for it. That's part of the amount of time I spent off camera was doing that. So in Lexi's Park, there's one item. It's a single XP cube, and you might have noticed it. I even wrote down one XP cube right next to the "you might not be able to get past here yet" sticky note. And then, "you idiot." Because I just forgot to dig through the wall in a specific way. That's all it was. But it kind of works out with the void screws, because there are more void screws in Lexi's Park. And I'll get to them as soon as I grab this XP up here. So I need to get back up where the dirt walls were. Oh, right. I already used my wall jump. I should be aware of how wall jumping works after all the time I spent on getting this outfit. Does this outfit persist if I start a new game? That would be pretty great. If it doesn't, well, I guess I'll savor it for now. Okay, I'm being very impatient here. I'm kind of annoying myself with it as well. I'm just rushing. because I want to do all the new stuff. But yeah, look at that. I just completely ignored it. I even went back here and I never turned the camera to see it after I got everything above and on the opposite side. That was pretty stupid. So through here, right? Yep. So now I can cross off Lexi's Park from the list entirely. Everything else I missed is in Wallow's Hollow. And I finally realized how to get that cube inside the tree. I feel kind of dumb about it, actually. And for the sake of variety, I'll do this like that this time. Yeah, there's just one thing I forgot to investigate inside the tree. I could have gotten the XP cube on my first visit. Although the void screw that was visible there, I couldn't have. So, this void screw is kind of insane. And the first time, I had to look up a lot of the void screws, I'll be honest. They're definitely here for players who've played this game several times over and are trying weird things. Like you might be thinking, oh, can I get out of bounds here? And no, not like that. Pardon me. I think I didn't get close enough to wall jump there. But you get what I'm trying to do there. So yeah, one of the void screws requires you to go out of bounds. So that's certainly something. I find secrets like this really impressive. Both the developer putting them in, expecting people to find them, because that shows respect towards the player base. Like, yeah, you can figure this out. And people actually figuring it out as well. There we go. Immediately dig or you're not gonna make it in time. If this bubble catches up with you, it'll combo you to death and you can't escape it. Oh, I just barely made it. I think there's a way to avoid taking damage when you get over the fence. Like maybe I was a little bit too high, maybe you can slide along the wall or something. But it's fine. Damage or not, it's not that big of a deal. I know I'm getting flashbacks to what I just did earlier, but that's way easier. Is that another unique painting? What is that, like a... I'm gonna say a beaver balloon with a red cap and massive bug teeth. I have no idea what that is. I haven't read enough of Bogos comics for that to ring any bells. Yeah, there's even a convenient little shortcut. Ain't that nice? And there's one more void screw in here. Forget if I ever walked around the area to make it obvious. But you can dig in here, right? This texture on the floor, you can dig that. Well, look at this. That's pretty obscure as well, but if you do the achievement to stab a sock in the shoe, it will sort of tip you off to this. It's cool that you can see the teeth, so whatever this thing is, I guess it is alive. Maybe that's why it's called Lexi's Monster Park, I don't know. So yeah. Now on to Wallow's Hollow and all the stuff there. I do kind of like this outfit. It's neat that it also changes the image on the shirt. Now it's a skull. I think it was a Space Invader with the original black and red. Or something resembling a Space Invader, anyway. Oh, and I realized that here you can also use the top-down camera and see that XP cube back there. Just kinda neat. And it is in fact the skybox that messes up the effects on the door. I tried that while I was looking around. So yeah, this is what I saw last time. But if you never face the camera towards the skybox, you're never gonna notice anything wrong with this. We're just pointing it out because maybe Bogo can realize why that looks funky. And maybe in some future project he can fix visual effects like that. So, I had a total of 7 XP missing because the totals after beating Anxiety Tower show that there's 360 XP, right? Now, screws are worth 3, cubes are worth 1. I forget how much crystals are worth, but it's definitely no less than 5. Maybe it is 5. I just forgot for some reason. I remember all the other collectibles, but not the crystals. And mirrors are worth 10. So, and there were 4 items missing in Wallow's Hollow, and 1 item missing in Lexi's Park. So obviously the 1 item in Lexi's Park was an XP cube, so that really narrowed things down for me. And in Wallow's Hollow I realized it has to be a screw and 3 XP cubes. There's just no other way it can work out. I guess it could be 2 screws as well, but the moment I found 1 XP cube I realized that it's 3 cubes and 1 screw. So first, I'll ignore the cube inside the tree. Actually, that's why I knew it had to be 3 cubes and 1 screw, because I already knew about that cube, right? That's how it went. That was the thought process. There's 1 cube in the church. It's placed in a way where you could miss it, and I did. And that's all there is to it. And I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone because one of the void screws is actually in the church, if I remember correctly. I'm still getting confused by the fact that everything is flipped. I will flip it back, as I'm pretty sure that was part of... There's a certain thing that requires Wallow's Hollow to be the right way around. Oh right, things are different now. Is the dialogue any different? I've never read this. Okay. Okay, sweetie, we can switch seats now. Okay, really? Now? Wow, that's one of the servants. It's a palindrome. It counts. Looks like them owls ain't so brazen anymore now that their boss was taken care of. Ahem. You're welcome. Who are you again? It's so great that he changed the dialogue just in case you go back here. I got my grilled cheese, but now I'm stuck to the seat from all the encrusted owl poo. Ha, looks like their plan backfired. Yay, the poo is gone. Still smells a bit funny in here though. What about the priest? Does he have anything to say? Oh, holy Lord, help us. Church attendance has declined even more now. What? No, look, someone came back already. But all our visitors from above have left us. I think they went back down below where they came from. It's so great. Who would think that you'll see why. Like, obviously the owls are gone, but they are actually gone when I get up here. They're replaced with bubbles that are already in the right spots. Now, There's the 1 XP cube. It's in the window. I either didn't look at the window and or the light obscured it just enough that I didn't notice it. So how do I reach that? I'll probably end up taking damage. I think it's something like... yeah, from this platform here. Oh, I didn't take damage. Nice. Like I said, 2 birds with 1 stone. There's something else in here. Yeah, the bubbles fade back in. Nice, I guess. Oh, but I messed up. Because I need to climb the wall on the way up. It didn't work last time. I just fell when I tried to backtrack through the owls going down. There. I deliberately ignored something when I climbed up here the first time. Oh, I'm getting confused by everything being flipped again, yeah. I was recalling what directions I pressed when everything was the right way around. So you see those columns there? Yeah, that's what it is. And I actually haven't done this in so long that I'm very nervous. Ah. This is gonna take a few tries. Maybe I can jump from lower. I'm pretty sure you have to headbutt into the columns or else you'll just barely slip off. Shame you can't change the camera here. Let me look again. No, I think I just drop, and I have to do it the right way. Do I run off the edge, or...? Well, I'm gonna auto-grab anyway. Ah. I've completely forgotten how to do that. Bear with me. I was so focused on getting this outfit that it didn't even cross my mind to practice any of the other things I'll have to do. By the way, I was thinking of starting an episode by suffocating myself here, just so I've done what's necessary for that achievement, but it's not difficult, so... And I've already died, so I don't need to showcase the game over screen or anything. Why did I... Okay, that also works. Maybe that's why this notch is here, besides getting the XP cube that was in front of the window. Maybe the bubble is the answer. No, it's not. It's definitely not. Curses. It's funny, because I'm pretty sure the first time I figured out exactly how to do it. And I did it consistently because I fell off after grabbing one of the columns. Actually, looking up here, you can see exactly how it goes, yeah. I could jump away from the wall and then... maybe it's too far, though. I'll get it eventually. I haven't bothered with chapters for these videos because I don't even know how to break some of them up. But maybe here I will, just to make up for this taking too long. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, jump away from the wall, that's all. Make sure to headbutt into these so you don't slip off, and now what was it? I think I need to go to the right ledge. There. That's one hell of a void screw. I think the other ledge is just there as a trap. You might be able to get around this fence. Yeah, you probably can actually, but it's better to just go straight for this ledge. Now, what was next? I actually can't remember. 1 XP cube in the church. Acquired. There's 2 things near the cemetery. So, I'll do that next. And the more I think about it, yeah, there is one more void screw. I didn't write down the void screws because I pretty much remember all of them. I'm fine taking some damage here. When it comes to the cemetery, one of the things I missed was really obvious, and I shouldn't have missed it. I just remembered another void screw. One really difficult one. Remember the tutorial message that said you might even have to hurt yourself to get all the void screws? Yeah, it has to do with that hit. So there's the first thing. It's just 1 cube, because I never went back here for whatever reason. And I also never looked down. Makes me feel silly. And as long as I'm here, maybe now's the time to get started on this. Yeah, because it's right here. I'm not gonna backtrack after I get the screw that I missed. So this fish, you can actually kill it, but you have to take damage from a bomby bird like that. Now, why do you want to kill it? You'll see. But now, I'll go get the screw. Yep, back in Sandra's den. There's just one spot I forgot to check. I was very thorough on my first complete playthrough. Okay, this is... shouldn't be failing that hard. Okay. Didn't comment before, but going up this wall is somewhat awkward. Mostly because of the angle change. There's a real threat of me dying in here. That's somewhat funny. So just never drop down here, where there's a cage with a screw. I was paying too much attention to the giant 3-headed dragon in the room and yapping about whatever I was saying at the time. Okay, now I won't be taking damage. And I can use this properly. So I'm righting some wrongs with this backtracking. And now there's just the stuff inside the tree, but before I go there, there's one last void screw, I recall. Oh, the shortcut's gonna be useful. No damage from the mud bath, right? No fall damage, that is. What was it again? How could I remember. On the way to the drill room where you get the drill upgrade is where another void screw lies. And there's one more I just remembered. I don't even know the exact number of void screws, so I hope I haven't forgotten any of them. Or I failed to remember some of them. Anyway. I do like the Mario 64 style double jump. I think it gives you some speed and height. Okay, so I just need to do this exactly like last time. It's a shame that I missed those cubes, so now I'm backtracking for a third time, but oh well. Come on. So I was somewhat cheekily saying that, oh, these bats are just here for ambient reasons, but that's a lie. And hopefully I can do this right. You don't automatically fall off this bat, right? No, you do. You absolutely do. And you have to grab onto it again, and then grab this bat, which doesn't move around in the air. It's just stationary. And yeah, it takes you all the way up here, above the cloud layer. Isn't that just crazy? And that's why this mattress is here. That's amazing. I love that. I want to say there were how many? 10 void screws? Or was it? I really hope I haven't missed any. So here's a crazy one as well. You can grab onto this sign. And it's kind of hard to see, but right there, right above Sev's horn, there's a hole. That obviously says out of order. Alright, this book is here. I don't even remember what this says. Dear Diary, they took my plumbing. I didn't notice until it was too late and ended up taking a dump on an owl. It was that same owl who always takes a dump on me at church. They probably think I did it out of spite, so I'm leaving town. Somewhat interesting, not really that funny, but yeah, there's another one. I want to say there were 10 void screws. Wait a minute, no, there were 11. Yeah, I think I remember where all of them are now. Yeah, that door does open. Of course it does. These secrets really elevated the game for me, along with Anxiety Tower. Best parts of the game. Like, once you beat and figure them out respectively, there's no way you won't be satisfied. Although the game does still leave you yearning for more even once you get to the bottom of everything because it's so short. Now, I've done that. I've done the other thing. So, I think it's time to flip everything back. For a couple of reasons, I'm pretty sure. Actually, does Ezra have anything to say about Paolo? No. Maybe he doesn't even know. So the first reason I flipped it back, now that Aolo is dead, he's not there to block you. So you don't need to have the world flipped to play the public domain music to scare him off. You could just climb up into the tree area. And only now can you do the non-flipped version of the tree area, which I think is how you get one of the void screws. I forget why that matters, but I'll figure it out. So first of all, I'll get that XP cube. Which, if I remember correctly... No, it wasn't here, so where was it? There's a switch somewhere. It is a timed challenge, just like I thought. Maybe it was on this tree. Yeah, there it is. That's this weird stone button this time. Pretty tight time limit. I don't think I should be headbutting here at all, because that's slower than swimming. You also have to time the cycle with it. There we go. That's all the XP in the game. Feels good. And now to figure out that accursed void screw. Well, that's what it was. Huh. I forgot. Because I was thinking, well, this is the only crank in here, so what could it possibly do? That's what it does. Because it can't move in the opposite direction. Oh, more aerial maneuvers. This will be easy, though. Compared to what I did at the start of this part. Still really cool, though. So that's a 9. And there's not another void screw in here, but there is the means to get to another void screw in here. And this is particularly obscure. If it weren't for that one hint from Alexis, even with the hint, I had to be told about it and then retroactively figure out that the hint was about it. Because there's 2 more of these fish in here, right? You have to hurt yourself to kill them. I hope I can... Wait, I should look at where the other one is before I pick up another balmy bird. Right. Okay. all the fish dead. And that's all there is to do down here. I do think flipping it back to normal to get that void screw is very clever. You might not think of it at all. You might just beat the game and never find that. At least the first time. And I want the world to remain unflipped, because otherwise I can't reach the location of the last void screw in here. Which is back up here. Already saw the entirety of Blue Winkle, but you need this to get up, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's possible to... Actually, is it? No, you can't even reach this notch if you can't turn the crank the right way. So yeah, that's... But you also don't need to go up here. Okay, never mind. The world can be flipped. That's not an issue. I forgot the door's on this side. So yeah, there's something more over here. And that is this. Yeah, you have to kill those 3 fish for this to open up. And you can see the fish icons. And there's only one fish that you can interact with in any way. And there's 3 of them, so... You can kind of figure this out. I still didn't. I needed help for that too. These are just so well hidden. But if you were to find them by yourself, it would feel amazing. You'd feel so smart. And I said that there are 11 void screws, but it's time to address another mystery from the top of Anxiety Tower, which is those question marks. If I remember correctly. Yeah, look at that. Another set of question marks, and again, one of them is missing the dot. So... why are they in this location? And the question marks are right next to the... not the first void screw, but one of the first 2 void screws you'll find. Yep. I won't spell it out until I actually do it, but I think it should be obvious at this point. Walls on this side, right? Still adjusting to the world getting flipped. And now I know that I can just drop to this mattress, and that's probably what's intended. And there you go. There's the question mark with the dot. So where the heck does this lead? Some other place. And this is where you need the void screws. Until you find this place, you're not even gonna have any idea what to do with them. Now, notice this wall texture? This polka dot-esque thing? This is the only blue dot. Yep. That's the last screw. So now I can do this entire area. Yes. That's a really weird looking thing. I actually forget the exact structure of this place. But I'm pretty sure you need all the screws to get through it. This is kind of interesting. Some of these didn't... Or wait a minute. No, the corn shows up in the game over screen. These are placed in a few areas. This is the only thing that, if it's in the game somewhere other than here, I have no idea. Come to think of it, this whole area kind of reminds me of the Insomniac Museum in the older Ratchet & Clank games. It's a shame they don't really do it anymore. It was so insightful and interesting and such a good reward for fully completing their games. I think the only one I found myself as a kid was in Secret Agent Clank. Can't believe I played that game for so long to discover the Insomniac Museum, but yeah. So technically, if you just find the two void... Well, you would need to find the dig ability, but you can get... Now, both of the void screws in Lexi's Park require the dig ability. So if you found some of the ones in Wallow's Hollow, you could come here right away and make some progress. And there is a reason to do that. Oh, right. This was one way forward, I think. But I'll open this as well. And the music that plays in the area with the challenge for the black costume, it also plays here. So it's not resigned to that one. Oh no. That's another thing, you can't really die here because you just get sent back to the start. But also curses. I will have to do that platforming properly. Right, this was just a pit. If you come here with no void screws, this is going to be absolutely mystifying. Although you can immediately get this one, so you can open this door at least. But then there's this one, so yeah, you won't be able to proceed unless you found other void screws as well. Actually, yeah, you can get the one void screw in Lexi's Park by pushing the bookshelf, so that's one that you can have, pretty much guaranteed. You just jump across those, no need to headbutt, that just made things more complicated. That was close. Now there is more platforming there, but I forget what was here. Oh, I think I know what this is, because I did a little bit of research into Bogosoft in between videos. But I'll talk about that later. It's his previous game. Apparently Corn Kidz was in development for a ridiculously long amount of time, and there was an older version of it. Oh, look at that, it's one of those trigger cubes. And I missed it. So you do have to come here at least for that. Oh, right, down here. But apparently, he first... I don't know how long it took for him to develop the first prototype of Corn Kidz. Look at that. It's another Mega Dream Soda. So there are 2 max life upgrades. You could come here first and make Anxiety Tower and the challenge for the black costume slightly easier, but it doesn't make that much of a difference, I don't think. It matters more for Anxiety Tower because it's such a long gauntlet, whereas your life doesn't really matter for the wall panel challenge, because if you game over, you're right next to it anyway. It just saves a little bit of time on repeat attempts, I think. Anyway, the original prototype for Corn Kidz was made, and then there was a long hiatus. And then he pretty much scrapped most of that prototype, I'm pretty sure, save for maybe some of its functionality. Right, there was another notch right there. And I think there was something about all of the work on the prototype and this game amounting to 17 years, but with a huge gap where he just didn't really do anything. So I appreciate that. It sort of reminds me of Joachim Sandberg and how long he spent making iconoclasts. Okay, seriously, what am I forgetting here? Right. You can also slip off of that if you don't headbutt into it. I think the soda machine is somewhat pointless. Okay, it was in frame for a second, so... Would you look at that? Does anyone know who that is? Dang. Why couldn't I have been trapped in a reoccurring dream with her instead of Alexis? I would make more comments about that, but... Would you actually like to see a Pseudo Regalia playthrough from me? I think it could be fun. I could play the game very differently to how I did the first time. Maybe following the intended progression rather than sequence breaking. Or just sequence breaking a different way. But yeah, if anyone is interested, let me know. And I may play that, and then I'll comment on Sybil and whatnot. Yeah, this tripped me up because I didn't realize... even here, you don't need to know that you can wall jump off a wall and then off the panel and still be fine. So I failed this, and I think I did it some weird way, but I'm pretty sure you can just... Well, great. Oh, I guess that sock is the only way to die in here. And yeah, there are more outfits. But... Wait, really? Why does saying no to that... Okay, fine, give me the blue headband then. That kinda sucks. At least I can show all of these off then. Apparently saying no returns you to default. That kinda makes sense. Well, at least I've learned my lesson if I ever get the black headband again. I don't know what that icon is supposed to be exactly, but there it is. No idea what that is. I think it vaguely looks familiar from some of the art I saw of Bogosoft, but I wouldn't be able to name it. Is this some sort of... Oh yeah, it is a shortcut. Okay then. Yeah, that platforming there is another thing I didn't think to practice. Wait a minute. Didn't this lead to a different... Yeah, I didn't go up here, so I might as well. So obviously this leads to the other side, where I have to insert another void screw. Yeah, right here. Then that would mean that this is not the way forward. Is that so? I only did this place once, so it escapes me. There's green. with a crosshair. No, wait, there was something over here for sure. I think that's the only instance of those wall jump panels being vertical. So yeah, because of this triggered cube, you also need to come up here. Is there just darkness, or is there a ceiling here? Never looked up in that spot. There's something eerie about this place. Okay, can I at least do this side properly? Yeah, there you go. I'm over losing the black headband because it's on video. I did it. That's what counts. But if these outfits persist after you delete your save file, I think it would be great to play the entire game with a specific one. So I'll try that next. What am I thinking? Yeah, this way. This part might be kind of tedious if I keep failing. Okay, that worked. Oh. That was dumb. I just forgot the headbutt. Okay. Wait a minute, actually. Am I dumb? Oh, I just never went over here. Can somebody tell me what these stupid duck things even are? I have no idea, Sev. Oh, the clucking sound isn't here. I guess it's for that one room where there are a bunch of them. Okay, so can I please... I guess wall jump panels are just the bane of my existence. Right, this is where the shortcut was, so... That's a pretty punishing jump. Pretty sure I need to save my headbutt, which is why I'm not using it to reach the wall jump panel at first. Oh, that was close. Okay, finally. Ah, that's another thing from his previous game, I'm pretty sure. That's just some colored art. Not so sure about this. And there's that dog smoking. It's so amusing that I can't quite speak properly. I guess there is the threat of fall damage as well, so it's not impossible to die in here, it's just really unlikely. That's what those cubes were for. There's the level 6 door all the way in here. So imagine you were missing some cubes and you got this far. The pain. What is this? Alexa's stealing my clothes? No, wait, she has 2 horns. That is the protagonist of the prototype version of Corn Kidz, which was called Final Freakend. You can actually download it from Bogosoft's website, which I have updated all of the descriptions to include a link to his website as well if you want to see all his stuff. In his own words, though, it doesn't get updated much. 2010. That, I think that is the time when Final Freakend released as a prototype. And this is one of the locations from it, I'm pretty sure. I should play it. It is available, like I said. Maybe I could do a short follow-up series to this. Anyway, I won't ignore this NPC. I wouldn't mind staying in 2010 forever, wouldn't you? Nah, 2010 still sucked. Needs to be 1998. Aren't you supposed to be 14 years old? How did you know that? I feel like that's an in-joke. I am nostalgic for that time period as well, but I wouldn't want to be stuck in the same state of affairs for too long myself. So yeah, you have to go all the way up here to reach another one of these cubes. I actually wonder if there's anything along the edge here, if you can fall off. No, there's an invisible wall. Okay. I see. And now there's just the level 6 door. I think it's a pretty damn good reward for fully completing the game. Test zone. I am pretty sure this is the actual environment where Bogo tested everything in the game. Oh, so that button moved this cube. Don't know what this one did exactly. This one... no clue. Ah. Where exactly was that? Oh, it was somewhere on the opposite side. This is a pretty large space, and there's a lot of stuff to get here. These gray cubes that don't actually contribute to your collectible total. I seem to remember there being another cube here, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll find out later. Right now I'm gonna go for probably the most punishing section of all of this. Alright, here are the... these... I would assume that these were added when he decided to make the test zone an actual level in the game. Now, where was the... oh, wait. Right. I don't know how I ended up headbutting in the exact opposite direction. That was not... I mean, obviously it wasn't on purpose, but... did I do a reversal? Like, what was that? Yeah, these blue screws only change the levels a little bit, so they wouldn't do much. I'm getting carried away just grabbing whatever I see, but I do want to do a specific part first so that I don't lose everything, because if you fall into a pit here, it resets and you have to collect all the cubes again, so that's sort of the last challenge. Ow. It's just really neat to see this environment and to wonder what Bogo is playing around with here. So this is the part that... wait a minute. Nearly forgot about that. Can I reach that? I think I jump from here, but that's a pit down there. Ugh, this is where I could lose everything. It happened to me twice the first time I did this. Okay, at least I course corrected, knowing what's below me. I didn't do that last time. Am I forgetting something, or am I just not being confident enough? Maybe I could drop from up above. As awkward as this arrangement of dirt looks, it's not actually that bad. Yeah, that was probably the point. Oh, that's what happens if you do that. So obviously that's not what I did last time. Yeah, you have to headbutt into it. Okay, I just learned something. Oh, I was approaching it the wrong way the whole time. I never even used this boost pad. Okay. This is weird level design, so it's to be expected that I'll deal with it in weird ways, I guess. What could that sphere possibly be for? Some enemies. A cube that I think doesn't actually do anything. You could endlessly speculate about what he was doing in here. Alright, this color wall, yeah. They're probably functionally different, they're not just color-coded for your convenience. This is kind of funny, because I can't really... I couldn't headbutt into the wall and then wall jump off of it. Huh. I think something is missing here. Was there some kind of switch, or... This is another thing I didn't practice at all. Oh, this is so silly of me. Pretty sure that orb hurts you. Anything red like that in here does. Except those... yeah, those trapeze things, and... of course, the cranks. Oh. She was messing around with the screws doing the same thing as the cranks. Neat. Oh, this started off in here, and then he put an anxiety tower. I see. That's like the notches, but it looks different. Oh! This is totally like the Insomniac Museum. So he was playing around with something that makes you move faster while you're inside it. Cool. All it's missing is developer commentary messages in here, I think. Okay, so where the heck... I remember one thing about this. First of all, did I go up here? Because there was a... Yeah, I guess I did. I think there was a Bobby Bird somewhere. And that was kind of important. Was there a mechanism to lower this? Because I think I have to drill to the top. Or not? Okay. Testing out the boost panels, of course. Thanks for the mattress. Yeah, there are a lot of unusual fixed camera angles in here. They're much more awkward than the ones in the main game, of course. I got up there earlier. The truck is in here. Was he testing the collision on it, maybe? Got up there. And there's this. Oh, there's the bird. I just didn't... I think I saw the eggshell, but I ignored the bird itself. Yeah. But did I need it over here, or what? Yep. I think these other destructible blocks didn't have anything in them, but if I'm missing something, I'll know where. You can keep spitting this as much as you want. Oh, this was probably the clock in Alo's Hollow. Or Wallows Hollow. Okay, so did I turn this earlier? I think I refrained. Another little timed thingy. That works. Barely made it, but it works. Oh, this larger object didn't appear in the game at all. I guess he just didn't think of where to put it. And these rocks did the job just fine by themselves. So now there's that cube up there. Wait, do I just have to kill this enemy? Is that what it is? Because killing these does trigger events in the main game. No. It's a good idea, though. I'm playing this as if blind, as if I have no idea what to do, but it's just been so long. Oh wait, the owls, of course. Why did I ignore them? They're gonna go up there. That's happened multiple times in the main game. Yeah. Okay, now what am I missing? Did I get the other cube inside here? Wait, I think I did. Because it's open. Yeah. Something is supposed to happen when you get all the cubes. So I haven't gotten all of them just yet. I know that much. I think they can be seen from pretty far away. There's one near the water. Maybe I will destroy that other block. It could be in there. Just to make sure. I only remembered the one. Nope. Although, wait. Is there something behind this? Oh no, it's overlapping another bit of geometry. Went up there. Got the most precarious one. Wait a minute. There's a destructible block in the water. Is that it? It could be that. I don't know about these metal blocks. They seem rather unbreakable, but still. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, you can't even blow that up. Oh, it's back here. Yeah, that's what happened last time. There we go. Last time I was scouring for the last cube, and I tried to blow that up, and I saw it. So I forgot pretty much everything important in here. And that should open the door back here. Yep. Is that another unique painting? Yeah, that was the last screw. The counter completely disappeared, even. So I don't know if this character is from it, but the game I was thinking of, the previous game of Bogosoft, is called Lyle and Cube Sector, and you can find it on his website as well. I should play that one. I know little to nothing about it other than what I said, that it's a side-scrolling puzzle platformer with some Metroid-esque progression and world design. That's its art style, though. Simple 2D pixel art like that. Look at this frickin' place. The first time I got here, I was really on edge. Like, is there something even harder than Anxiety Tower waiting for me at the end of all this? Oh, that'd be something else. I just sort of wandered around, and I didn't know where to go until I saw that. Yeah, this really had me on edge. Until... Yo boy, this is Dog God. Congratulations on doing every one of the things. Here's your complimentary grilled cheese. Grilled cheese? But I wanted... Oh well, close enough. What a note to end on, a freaking brick joke, basically. I never would have expected the complimentary grilled cheese from the church to come back like that. I forget if there were credits. No, I think there are only credits for the normal ending. But you get these nice sprites of 7 Alexis at least. I do appreciate those. 110%. I guess the void screws don't count towards the base completion of the game, and you could miss all of them, with the exception of the ones in Anxiety Tower, I guess. Or maybe you just don't even get that far in Anxiety Tower. Whatever the case, much like Spyro the Dragon, where the bonus level and its collectibles don't count towards the main completion of the game, and it overflows above 100. I like that for some reason. I guess I'll return to the title screen because I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's what happens. That was Corn Kid 64. Do I have any last words? Well, first of all, I admire how long you spent on this game, Bogo, and I think you did a damn good job. If you ever make another game, I'll be all over it. I'll definitely play Lyle in Cube Sector for myself first, and then maybe on here as well, on this channel. I guess I just don't have that much more to say. I do stand by that I love Alexis and Sev so much, and I would like to see more of them in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just comics. Some fans have actually drawn their own comics, somewhat inspired by Bogo, of Sev and Alexis, which is pretty fun. I found them in the Steam community section for the game, but I don't know where else you could find them. And yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna play next. This was a last minute decision to play this game when I mentioned, sort of hinted at it at the end of the Star of Providence playthrough. I think I want to do something big, and I have at least a couple of ideas of some of the most difficult games I've ever played. But that's a huge commitment. And maybe I want to take a break, because there is something coming up at the end of this week, and I won't be able to upload regularly because of it. And then I'll see how things pan out. I can't say an exact date where I'll continue uploading. But yeah. And for the last time in this series, thank you for watching.